Hello, my name is Malaysia, aka Lay. Um, I'm just gonna get straight to it because I've been wanting to do videos for a very long time, and I'll start, stop, but it's just been on my mind forever. So I kind of wanted to go right into like one of the things that I want to talk about and tie it all into like what made me go ahead and make this video, right? And start my YouTube channel and just go for the concrete content creation. So today I want to talk about what to do when you're feeling lost, right? And a lot of the cliche things that they tell us, like, throughout life that just seems so simple, that really is life. And not that life is simple, but like the things you need to do and to ensure a better life really is simple. So, and one of those simple things is um that you should do when you feel lost is fast and pray, right? And if you haven't been living on the rock, you've heard that before. Like someone's told you to fast and pray. Like I remember when I was looking for things to do, like what can I do? Like I'm feeling all over the place. I'm feeling like I don't know what to do next, whatever. I remember that's what I kept coming to. Everybody kept saying, fast and pray, fast and pray. So you can hear God or your higher, whatever your higher power is, you can hear. And you can hear people say, if you watch YouTube often, you hear people say, God told me. And I'm like, why they keep saying God told? Like, what you mean? Like, what? Like, he not standing right there. Like, what did he tell you? But man, I eventually got to a point where I was just like, man, I'm willing to try anything because I need something to give. So let me fast and pray and just see what happens. And I can honestly say that if you're lost right now, if you clicked on this video because you're as desperate as I was once upon a time, try it. Fast and pray. And the part that goes further than that, just because I'm a very like analytical thinker, like when you tell me something, I kind of need all the steps. Like, you can't give me vague directions. Like I need A through Z, you know what I mean? So like the other part I would say is you have to listen. And then after you listen, you have to execute. So within my fasting and praying, or fasting and journaling, fasting and meditating, like, you know what I mean? Like it just, like you have to quiet your mind and you have to eliminate, you have to have moments where all your distractions are eliminated so you're able to receive the information that you need, right? If that makes sense. Like that's the idea behind it. Like that's the idea behind fasting. Like if you're not putting processed food and all these different things in your body, all these snacks and junk and chips and stuff like that, you know what I mean, in your body, like you actually like you're cleansing yourself, you know what I mean? Like the fast after 72 hours, like your body starts to do a whole lot of things. Do that research yourself because I don't want to be telling y'all stuff that I'm not certified to say. But like you're kind of going through not only a mental cleanse but like a spiritual cleanse at the same time, you know what I mean? And you're just quieting everything and the noise, and you're able to, when I first started experiencing them maybe like 2 years ago, I call them downloads because not all the time, like sometimes I do hear something, like something do tell me, but a lot of times things just come to me like thoughts or random videos or random, like someone will call me and it'll be something on my mind and someone will call me and say like exactly what I was just thinking about. Like they'll answer the question for me, or I'm like, what in the heck? But that's because I'm in my body and my mind is in a state to receive. You know what I mean? Like, so that's something that I really wanted to share because as I've been on this journey, I'm just learning different things as I go through YouTube, and I'm just looking for different things to just sharpen my mind, sharpen my faith, sharpen my journey, as I walk it, because sometimes it get a little scary, like, whoa, like, all these things that's happening, what do they mean, and how do I apply them, and how do I do this, how do that. So, like, for people who this video will just come across your feed just due to the algorithm, I want to be intentional in saying and explaining what it looks like and what you should do step by step if you're feeling lost. So, one, fast and pray, right? You could start with just 3 days. You could start with intermittent fasting. What intermittent fasting is, you fast for majority of the day. So in a 24-hour period, you fast anywhere from 12 hours to 16 hours. So it leaves you a small window to eat. Look that up so you can see how it works, exactly what you need, what it is that you're capable of. But fasting, you could do either intermittent, you could do it a few different ways. You could either do intermittent fasting, where you only eat in a small window during the day, which is 6, 8, 10 hours. You just have a small window. So it could be 10 to 8, 12 to 8, 12 to 6. Like, you could play with it just depending on your work schedule and things like that. You could do a liquid fast, where you can drink tea, water, smoothies. You can do fresh juice. If you have a juicer, you could, freshly squeeze your juices, or get it from the store, however you want to do that. Or you could just do you could do, you could do fruits and vegetables only, like no meat, no dairy, no none of that, just fruits and vegetables only. Or you can do straight, just nothing, right? The minimum you can do that is 3 days, and that has its own health benefits. That's where different things get to kicking in as far as like health wise. And then you could do 5 days, you could do 7 days, you could do 10 days. I've been up to 10 days. You could do 2 weeks. It really just depends on what you're able to do, and just your discipline, right? But what it teaches you is, well, that's what I was gonna say. It teaches you discipline. Like, it teaches you how to do what you say you're gonna do. It teaches you how to master your flesh, right? Like, master your cravings, and master like the things that your body's telling you to do, that like, no, I'm looking for a greater understanding, or I'm looking for like something that's bigger than me eating right now, or me needing to whatever, you know what I mean? So I would say, so that's a part of fasting. Praying, if you believe in God, you could pray. If not, you can also journal. Like, journal your thoughts. Like you have to release your thoughts, right? Because I think sometimes when we have a lot on our mind, or there's just a lot going on, where our minds are cluttered with just work stuff, home stuff, family problems, relationship problems, this, that, like, you have to get that stuff out, like, write, like, just write your thoughts out, like, get them out on paper so you can flush that out, right? Also, I would say, so that's fasting, praying, or you could journal. Meditating is a very good way to silence your mind and to, prepare your ear gates, your heart gate, your eye gates to allow information in, right? So, once you do all that, then that's where the listening and the executing come. Because sometimes when some of this stuff come to you, I promise you're going to be like, what? You want me to do what? Like, how am I supposed to do that? Like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to throw you off a little bit, especially like if you hear something, or, if you see something that answers one of your questions, like, it's going to freak you out a little bit. But listen, right? You gotta when you hear something or something comes to you, analyze it. Like, wait, what was that? Like, oh wait, like, hold on. Does that answer this? Like, did that just solve this problem that I had? And once you come to that confirmation, execute whatever it is that you receive, right? Because that's the way of the Holy Spirit, the higher power, whatever it is that you believe, guiding you through, the things that you say you want in life. You know what I mean? So, for example, let's see, what's an example I could use where something kind of came to me. And then I'm gonna wrap this up because I don't want these videos to be super long. Like, trying to think, what is a good example of something coming to me? Oh, perfect example. I just thought about this. So I was recently, last year, 2024, I was in this relationship and it was driving me crazy, if I could be honest. Like, it felt like my whole world was turned upside down. I promise. I was just like my brain was just foggy. Like, I couldn't focus. I couldn't, like, everything was just haywire, right? And something said, fast for 10 days. Now, I had never fasted for 10 days. By this time, I had never fasted more than 3 days. So I was like, 10 days, like, what? But I knew that in my mind, I was like, yo, what is going on? Like, is this the person for me? Like, I need some answers on, like, which way for me to go with this relationship. Like, should I end it? How can I fix it? How can I turn it around? How can I get us on the same page? Like, I need some type of something when it comes to this relationship. Like, I need some type of answer, some type of something. So some told me to fast for 10 days. And I was like, that is crazy, but I mean, I need something to give. So, all right, I guess I'll do it. I fasted for 10 days. I promise you, on the 10th day, something happened. And I don't even remember what happened because it was so many different things that transpired. But, like, something happened that was like, that gave me my answer that this wasn't it. And I was like, but you know how we do, right? Man, you sure? Like, I need another sign. Like, I don't know about that. So, like, a month, maybe a month and a half went by. Some told me, fast another 10 days. I'm like, I already fasted. Like, no. Like, all right. I'm like, all right. Like, Malaysia, last time you fasted, you did get an answer. You just didn't accept it. So maybe it's about to show you something else. Fasted again. About the 8th, 9th, going to the 10th day, something happened again. I said, okay. All right. Yeah. This is over with. Like, it's telling me clear as day. I keep asking for answers and asking for answers, and I'm getting the answers, and I'm not accepting the answers. That's doesn't make any sense. Like, it's time. You got to accept the answers. So I said, okay. Now, I'm listening. Now it's time to execute. How am I going to execute ending this relationship? And before I can even execute or even have to do anything, it really just fell apart. So much so that he just asked me, like, yo, like, you want me to just leave? And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And it was just over. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't no battle. It wasn't no, you know what I mean? Because I was, sometimes working with people, it could be a whole blown, drawn out thing. So I didn't want that at all. So, like, once I just listened and accepted the answer that I got, everything else kind of just fell in place. And now, like, when I do get these downloads or I do get my questions answered, that's kind of, once I accept it and I listen to it, most of the time, like 95% of the time, 90 to 95%, everything else is kind of laid for me because I'm open and ready to receive what I was just given. So I want these videos to be straight to the point, get straight to it, so you can get to running with whatever it is that you need to do. Like if you're feeling lost, you could start right after this video. Like, okay, let me fast. Let me figure out what type of fast I'm gonna do. Let me do my research on fasting. Let me pray or journal. Let me meditate. Let me, silence my mind and, get rid of all distractions so I can actually listen and hear what I'm being told. And then once I hear what I'm being told, let me accept it, receive it, and then execute. Like, I want you, like, boom, 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 like, get it done. Like, that's how I take my information, and that's how I get a lot of things done, is give me the info, let me do it, let me follow those steps, and then boom, next thing I know, I'm getting exactly what I came for, exactly what I was looking for. So I hope that's the same for you. Go ahead and wrap this video up, and don't forget to be thankful in life, because all the lessons and the blessings is what makes everything one. You know what I mean? Like, be thankful for the lessons and the blessings of life, because they all work together and they all get you to where it is that you're trying to go. I'm sorry, I just got a text and I was like looking at it and it threw me off a little bit. But that was the end part, is in life, be thankful for the lessons and the blessings.